What up, my friends? How you doing? It has been, I believe, over a month since our last installment of Commander Crackin. So, we're back, and we're gonna do Tricky Terrain from Modern Horizons 3. That should be a good time. Alright, so, first things first, let me grab the live stream link, share that in the Discord, and then we shall do our hellos, and off we goes. Dun, 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 dun. All right, where is it? Perfect. Okay. Well, I just butchered the spelling of YouTube there, but whatever. That doesn't really matter. Okay, that's good. And that's good. Beautiful. All right. Hellos are in order. What up, Millmaster, Eng, Gossett, Juglum, Teferi, Gianna, Inferno, Jester, Jess. Who else? Joe, Nishimoto, Bob, Zircon, Kensugi, The Error, Nico. Did I get everybody? TJ, Trip. There we go. I think I did get everybody. Excellent. Shelton, we're going to go terraforming with the Modern Horizons 3 deck. You heard it had some fun stuff in it. Excellent. I'm looking forward to seeing some fun cards. Techno, when does the My Little Pony set come out? There's already been 2. So, I guess if you want to ask that, you're going to need to build a time machine and go back a number of years. Like, it's getting to the point where any goofy thing you can think of to say, you can come in, when's the My Little... Wait, they already did that? When's the Fortnite... Oh, God, they did that. What about Sonic? No, what? Miku? Like, you name it, bro. You name it. They're making it. So, the most outlandish crap you can come up with, they're totally going to do. They're totally going to do it. Trip, yeah, I did pick a good number. It took me a bit to get there, but I did pick a good number. He got gooped. What up, Vincent? You like my Simpsons t-shirt with the bacon action on it, bro? Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. No Care Bears yet. Exactly. I'm going to do the Care Bear death stare. Nishimoto, you have both. Hang your head in shame. Golden Girl's secret lair. Thank you for being a friend. Ba, 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 ba. Touch my ball bag and run off again. Y'all bang you hard cause you look like somebody's grandma. Ba, 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 ba. Back in Sicily. Golden Girls was pretty well written, actually, but like it covers way too many heavy subjects. So it's like it's a comedy, but it's also a bummer. You know what I mean? Carly said, there you go. Thank you for making me sad. We stopped watching it. Because it's just like, this is too heavy and too real. We're out. Jess, yeah, man. When the chain comes off the bike, you got to put it back on. It's greasy. It's greasy. Wait until Disney buys Hasbro? Could happen, couldn't it? It really could. Yeah, so when it comes to Wizards of the Coast, anything's possible now, man. Who knows what to really expect. Now, who's ready? Who's ready to expand their horizons like modern men? Put your hands up and then put them back down, because I can't see them, you dumb bastards. All right? I can't see you through the computer screen, which is good, because some of you, I wouldn't want to see what you're doing right now, you degenerates. All right? Look at this. Look at that face. Look at that face this lady's making. All right, so this is Tricky Terrain. It is Ramp lands, grow value. Green-blue style. Nico, you haven't seen this one? Me neither. Omo. Omo, Queen of Vesuva. It's the shared title of identical twin sisters who ruled Dominaria's island of Vesuva. All bound together to act as one. I love Vesuvan Doppelganger back in the day, so anything that is a reference to that, I'm cool with. What up, got it? How you doing, bro? Oh, why am I going this way when you gotta go in from the bottom? That's the kind of noise the bottom makes. What does it say? Land a perfectly synchronized smackdown. Coming in from the top ropes, it's this bitch with the steel head. Ryan, what's up, man? Carly liked Blanche the least and liked Dorothy the best. Goddard, chill, Axon. All right. All right, you got an axe, bro? What the hell? Oh, that's the expansion symbol, isn't it? All right, we got the black envelope. Ooh, I do like the color of the little insert cardboard tokens. That is a nice aquamarine tealy kind of vibe. Bam. There's the deck. And let's see if the insert has anything interesting on it here. Queen Omo Vesuva is actually the shared name of identical twin sisters who together rule the island of Vesuva. One of the sisters oversees the future, envisioning what it could become. The other surveys the past, ensuring whatever path the island takes is rooted in wisdom and history. Okay. They have command of Vesuva's repository of flowstone, a mineral they can reshape and use as a power source at will. Their collaborative rules enabled by a magical rite they voluntarily underwent when they assumed queenship. By surrendering their individual names and assuming a single one, they were bound together and capable of acting virtually as a single entity. They oversaw the reconstruction of Vesuva after its devastation during the Rift Era and have been vigilant, protecting against outsiders. It's, that's kind of underwhelming, isn't it? It's kind of an underwhelming background, you know? Look at the weird faces they gave these ones, too. What the hell's going on here? They look goofy. They look goofy. Okay, so we got the deck, and then we got what's in here. Wrestler, they're hostages. Okay. We got the little bonus pack for afterwards. We've got the life counter, and then the deck box as well. Millmaster, it's like steel wool. Wait, why does the card look like this? What the fuck? Look. Why is the card an Ugmo? Am I missing something? Is there another piece of artwork in this deck that has this art and that's why? Because these are fugly, like, unibrow, mannish-faced bitches. What the hell happened? What happened? Some weird-ass freak. Okay. Let's get this thing open and take a look. Where did their jugs go? They were sacrificed so they could link together. They took off their boob meat and used it to create a tube stuck to the back of their heads. So their heads are stuck together with boob meat. Alright. A hybrid green, blue, and 2 for a 1/5 shapeshifter noble. Noblesse oblige. Whenever Omo, and what a stupid name. Omo's a dumb name, bro. I come from a family where my parents don't pronounce their H's. So air is hair, right? Here is ear. That's how it works. So Omo, I mean... What up, Doomblade? How you doing? How you doing? Jess, you playing a few games of Worms with your kid. Put some worm medication on him, bro. Get him one of those anti-flea collars. Knowing you, your kid probably needs it. Alright, 3 mana, 1/5. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, put an everything counter on each of up to 1 target land and 1 target creature. Each land with an everything counter on it is every land and type to its addition types. It's every land type in addition. And each non-land creature with everything counter on it is every creature type. Okay. Alright. Then we got Jody. I'm Jody, the Moag Ancient. Blue, green, and 2/2/4. When it enters, make a 1/1 green forest Dryad land token for each time you've cast your commander this game. And at the beginning of each combat, land creatures you control get +X/+X till end of turn, where X is his power. Actually, this guy seems more exciting. This seems more exciting than Omo, right? I like that better. All right, we got Fog Bank, which is a really solid wall. A blue and 1/0/2 defender with flyer that just prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to it. Pretty strong. Urza's. Oh, are all the Urza's lands in here? So each of the Urza's lands tap for a colorless, but if you have the whole set of 3, then you actually add more mana. So this is Urza's Power Plant. It taps for 1 colorless. If you have an Urza's Mine and an Urza's Tower, get 2 colorless instead. There's the Tower. That one gives 3 instead of 2. And then the Mine. So when you have the full set, you make 7 mana. It is known as the Tron set. So there you go. The Urza Tron. From the earliest days. Techno, you got a deck of walls? I played a wall deck back in the day. Animate walls, and then Rolling Stones came along. All right. Satyr Wayfinder. A green and 1/1/1. When it enters battlefield, reveal top 4 of your library. You can put a land revealed that way into your hand and the rest in the graveyard. Very underwhelming. Arcane Denial. Pretty solid counterspell. 1 blue and 1 to counter target spell. Whoever casts it gets to draw 2 cards, and then you get to draw a card at the beginning of the next upkeep. It all happens in slow motion, beginning of the next upkeep. And when Arcane Denial came out, this set that it was in actually had a bunch of these cards that were basically called like slow trip style, where you don't get to draw the card right away. You have to wait another turn. So cantrips are small spells that let you draw a card at the same turn you cast them, and slow trips are ones that take an extra turn. The artwork on this is funky too. Arcane Denial. Like, I know I've said a bunch of times that I don't like playing spells that give my opponent resources. Arcane Denial is one of the few exceptions. Back in the day, I played this card a lot. Giving my opponents 2 cards didn't really matter that much. All right, and then we got the Simic Guildgate, Treasure Cruise, a blue and 7 to draw 3 cards, but you can remove cards from your graveyard to drop its cost by 1 for each card you've removed. So you could theoretically pay it for 1 blue and draw 3 cards if you have a fat graveyard. Not too shabby. The Ubiquitous Sol Ring, that's in everything. Basilisk Gate, what the hell is this? Land, it's a gate. Okay, tap for a colorless. What was this in? 2 and tap, target creature gets +X/+X, where X is the number of gates you control. Where was this in something else? That's the first time you've heard the term slow trip and you were playing since Ice Age? Well, I don't know if anybody told you, but I'm a bit of a magic historian. Okay. We got Beast Within. 1 green and 2 instant. Destroy target permanent. Its controller creates a 3/3 green beast creature token. Very solid. I like the fact that it's straight up green's way of going, yeah, I can destroy anything, but I gotta give you a creature. You know what I mean? I gotta give you some kind of beast. What's up, Larry? Doomblade, you work with a broke toilet? Okay. Alright. Whatever that means. Tatyova Benthic Druid, a blue, a green, and 3/3/3, and whenever you play a land, you get to draw a card and gain a life. Not too shabby. 90 Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate. You know what? That makes perfect sense. That is a good fit for it. Thanks for the heads up. Propaganda! Well, bro, I heard you got the worst tacos in town, and we're all here to eat them. 1 blue and 2 enchantment. Creatures can't attack you unless their controller pays 2 for each creature they control that's attacking you. Original artwork for this shows Karn imprisoned. And it's like 1,000,000 years ago that they made that. This artwork is dumb. Like, it's dumb. You look at it and go, wait, what? Like, propaganda is supposed to stop me from attacking you. But it's just, I'll put magic sigils on your head and blorped out your brains or something. Like, what? The cost of opposition will be extracted from your wits? I don't know. The name, it doesn't tie together very well, unfortunately. What are you going to do? It's a good card, though. Strong card. Simic Growth Chamber, Floriferous Vine Wall. 1 green and 1/0/2 defender. When it enters the top 6 cards of your library, you reveal a land from among and put it into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Huh. I don't remember this guy. I do not remember. Omo lets you win with Maze's End if you throw everything counters on enough stuff. What? Maze's End counts as gates. Omo doesn't make them into gates, right? Oh, never mind. You're right. They are gates. You are correct. You are correct. That makes sense. Arcane Signet. Then we got some desert action. Desert of the Indomitable Hashep Oasis. Okay. Don't let Dave see this. Don't let 8th place Dave see this. I don't need him trying to break into my home and taking my stuff, all right? I've seen him at a number of different events. I don't need him trying to shake me down. Don't let him. Don't let him know. All right. We got March from Velisval. A blue and 2 sorcery. Choose a non-basic land type. Each land you control of that type becomes a copy of target creature you control until end of turn and gains haste until end of turn. Weird. Okay. So you can turn your gates into dudes. I got it. What up, Light Wave? You like this stuff? Hell yeah, bro. What up, BT? All right, we got Wonderscape Sage, a blue and 1, 1/3 flying Moonfolk Wizard. Tap it, return a land you control to your hand, draw a card, then discard a card unless that land had a non-basic land type. That's got potential. That's got potential. Copy land. 1 blue and 2 enchantment. You may have copy land enter the battlefield as a copy of any land on the battlefield, except it's an enchantment in addition to its other types. This is awesome. This is awesome for a number of different reasons. It harkens back to the whole copy artifact concept. It makes perfect sense because blue is copy artifact, clone, all these different ways to copy things. And just having a straight, like there's already copy enchantment. So just being able to copy a land is awesome. And the artwork is pretty awesome too. The reflection, right? This action going on. Although I don't think this was originally meant to be copy land card, because if you actually take a look, this part down here looks like you've got this up here, everything's fine and good. Down in the reflection, it's destroyed. So that doesn't feel like a land's being copied. It feels like this is basically a portent of destruction, right? That's basically how it goes. Joe, they let you pick some cards from a box in your tech. Oh wait, what happened? You got to try Wonders at Gen Con on Saturday. You horribly misplayed the first turn and was playing behind the whole time, but it was still fun. Hell yeah. They let you pick some cards from a box and you're the proud owner of a techno historian. Oh yeah! Hell yeah, man. Welcome to the Techno Club. Techno Cop. Busted. That's great. That's great. Okay, Desert Warfare. 1 green and 3 enchantment. Whenever you sack a desert and whenever a desert card's put in your graveyard from your hand or library, put that card onto the battlefield under your control at the beginning of your next end step. At the beginning of combat in your turn, if you control 5 or more deserts, create that many 1/1 red, green, and white. Oh, Sand Warrior creature tokens! Yeah, that's Hazes on Tomorrow action. Cool. Also, this is gross. This is gross. You can just keep sacking your lands and bringing them back? That's strong. That's strong. Yeah, Teferi, that's funny, man. BT, I am propaganda of the highest caliber. TJ, Realm Sketch, and I'm down with it. Lightwave is Magic 90% Universe Beyond. It's going to feel like that for the rest of the year, bro. It's absolutely going to feel like that for the rest of the year. What up, everyday? How you doing? All right, we got Trench Post, a Locust. Okay. Tap for a colorless or 3 and tap it. Target player mills a card for each locust you control. That's a rare? I mean, I guess you can use it with Omo, but that... Really? Horse shit. Okay. Sage of the Maze. A green and 2, 1/3. Tap to add 2 mana in any combination of colors. Tap until end of turn. Target land you control becomes an XX citizen creature with haste, in addition to its other types, where X is twice the number of gates you control. Activate only as a sorcery. Tap an untapped gate you control. Untap Sage of the Maze. All right. I mean, if you got a bunch of gates, you can just go pop, 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 pop. Aaron, what's up, buddy? All right. We got Lazotep Quarry. That's funky. That's cool. Okay. Tap for colors. Tap, sack a creature, add a mana of any color. Or X2 tap, sack a desert. Exile target creature card with mana value X from your graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 4/4 black zombie. This is fucking awesome. This is really cool, man. Because Lazotep was the magical material that was used to ensconce Bolas's forces on Amonkhet. And the idea is the Lazotep basically lets you create undead that maintain their sentience and the abilities that they had while they're alive. And it turns them into a 4/4 zombie because it beefs them up too. So this literally is a quarry that you can use to bring back any of your dead encased in Lazotep. The flavor on this is off the chart. This is fucking cool. Rampant Frogantua. A green and 2. Look at that artwork. Oh my god, it's so goofy. A green and 2. 3/3 trample. Gets +10/+10 for each player who's lost the game. What? Okay. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may mill that many cards. Put any number of lands from among them onto the battlefield tapped. That's hilarious. As people die, he just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Sheldon, yeah, man. The OG propaganda art is dope. BT, there is a lot of text on the cards nowadays, bro. Sunken Palace. Enters tapped, taps for a blue and 1 and tap it. Exile 7 cards from your graveyard. Add 1 blue. When you spend this mana to cast a spell or activate an ability, copy that spell or ability. Huh. Interesting. That's got some real potential. I don't know how powerful it is overall, but that's got real potential. Horizon of Progress. This deck has a lot of random lands that I haven't seen, or have seen only once and never again. Horizon of Progress. Tap, pay a life, add a mana of any type that a land you control could produce. 3 and tap, you can put a land card from your hand on the battlefield tapped. 1 and tap, sacrifice this, draw a card. Okay. Is this supposed to be a play on Horizon Canopy? Is that why it's got the Horizon sacrifice draw part? 90 of Frogantua is a nightmare. It sure is. Planar Nexus. It's every non-basic land type. So it's a cave, desert, gate, lair, locust mine, power plant, sphere, tower, and Urza's. And they'll add on whatever other land types come along too, right? Tap for colorless, or 1 and tap, add a mana of any color. I mean, it's okay if you want to have build up any of these different kinds of land types, right? Aggressive Biomancy. That artwork's pretty sweet, actually. A blue, green, and double X. Create X tokens that are copies of target creature you control, except they have when this creature enters the battlefield, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. You just make a gigantic army of dudes, and you can have them fight. That artwork is really awesome. The Talon Gates of Madara. Oh shit, this is Bolas's gates, bro. This is Bolas's gates. Oh. Alright. So, what does this do? When it enters the battlefield, up to 1 target creature phases out. Tap for a colorless, 1 and tap out a mana of any color. 4, put this from your hand onto the battlefield. Interesting. This is like one of Nicol Bolas's most favored trophies from when he defeated a demonic Leviathan way back in the day. And he just spent months consuming that Leviathan. And those, I believe, are just the last bit that was left of it, that he made like a gate out of, a monument to his own glory. Hydroid Krasis. This was mythic once, and now it's just considered rare. A blue, a green, and X. Comes in with X +1/+1 counters on it. It's flying and trample. And when you cast it, you gain half of X life and draw half X cards. So if you make X like 6, you're going to get to draw 3 and gain 3 on top of having a 6 power flying trampler. Pretty wild. Terastodon. 2 green and 6, 9/9. When it enters the battlefield, you can destroy up to 3 target non-creature permanents. And for each permanent that's destroyed that way, whoever owned it gets a 3/3. I see the utility of it if you're playing a commander game. You can smash 3 other guys' things. But Terastodon just, it doesn't excite me. This card does not excite me. Habaneros. Fun fact, the Talon Gates were the very first planar rift on Dominator. That's true, actually. That's where all of the time woes originated from. All right, then we got Lair of the Hydra. This is a funky land. If you have 2 or more other lands, it enters tapped. Taps for a green, 1 green and X. Until end of turn, this becomes an XX green Hydra creature. It's still a land, and X can't be 0. Nice little way to get a creature on the board if you're playing against counterspell decks, too. You can't do jack. I'll just put my land out, turn it into a creature, and bite in the face. Also, the idea of a tree that, like, oh, I'm a tree. Oh, actually, I come to life as a Hydra as well. That's a cool concept. I've never actually seen that anywhere else, in anything else. And I'm not saying it doesn't exist anywhere else. I'm just saying that conceptually, a tree Hydra is amazing, right? Like, Hydras have all these different heads, and you got all these different branches, you know? So it's got a similar kind of vibe in that regard, and I like it conceptually. Then we got Nissa, Steward of Elements, a blue, a green, and X. She comes in with X loyalty counters, +2 loyalty, scry 2. 0 loyalty, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card or a creature with mana value less than or equal to the number of loyalty counters on Nissa, you can put it into the battlefield. -6. Untap up to 2 target lands you control. They become 5/5 elemental creatures with flying and haste until end of turn. They're still lands. That's an okay ultimate. It's okay. Magus of the Candelabra. 1 green, 1/2. X tap, untap X target lands. I like how he's literally just got the Candelabra out there. I remember playing with the Candelabra of Tawnos back in the day. It was fun to use it to untap my hollow trees that were loaded down with mana. Lumbering Falls. Taps for a green or a blue, comes into play tapped, and if you pay 4, it becomes a 3/3 green and blue hexproof elemental. Not too shabby. Blast Zone. Enters with a charge counter on it. Tap for a colorless. Double X and tap. Put X charge counters on it. 3 and tap. Sack it. Destroy each non-land permanent with mana value equal to or less. With mana value just equal to the number of charge counters. Not less. Just equal. This is great to wipe out tokens with, you know, because you can just boom. If you, well, that's not true. What am I talking about? It comes out with a counter. So you can't do 0, right? Yeah, never mind. They specifically made it so you can't do that. I'm just making stuff up. Don't mind me. Oh, Apex Devastator. 2 green and 8 with quadruple cascade. Did you guys ever see that video that Remy made like forever ago when this came out? And it was about going to the grocery store and he like came back with the wrong detergent, which is pretty clever. You know, points where points are due. That's hilarious. But this is 10 mana for a 10/10 with quadruple cascade. This is big, dumb fun. Dreamroot Cascade. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you have 2 or more other lands, and it gives you a green or a blue. Summary Dismissal. 2 blue and 2 instant. Exile all other spells and counter all abilities. See, this was never that exciting to me because I always viewed it on a 1-to-1 basis. We're just playing like 1-on-1. But if you're playing in a multiplayer game, there might be a bunch of stuff going on, and you might be able to actually hose a whole stack full of stuff with that. Then we got Yavimaya Coast, old school Painland from back in the Ice Age days, but with updated gorgeous artwork. Totally with the big, like, crazy Magnagoth, weird coastal trees. Tap for a colorless or tap for a green or blue, but you take a damage. Flooded Grove, tap for a colorless or a green or a blue, and you can add 2 green, a green, blue, or 2 blue. The Filter Lands. Hour of Promise, a green and 4 sorcery. Search your library for up to 2 land cards, put them on the battlefield tap, then shuffle. If you control 3 or more deserts, create 2 zombies. Meh. Very meh. Cool story moment, though. This is literally the destruction of the protective barrier that existed on Amonkhet that protected the town, the city that everybody lived in. This is the moment where Nicol Bolas turned on them and just comes in to wipe them all out. The protective barrier breaks down. The locust god sends swarms of locusts in. This was actually a really awesome time in Magic storyline. Ram it up, Excavator. A green and 2/2/3. You can play lands from your graveyard. Just a living crucible of worlds, bro. Hydro Broodmaster. 2 green and 4, 7/7, double X Monstrosity X. When it becomes monstrous, create X green Hydro creature tokens. This doesn't really feel like it fits into the deck, does it? You know? Drown in Dreams. A blue 2 and X instant. Choose one. If you control your commander when you cast a spell, you can choose both instead. Target player draws X card. Target player mills twice X cards. Underwhelmed. Vine Glimmer Snarl. When it enters, you can reveal forest or island. If you don't, it comes into play tapped, and it gives a green or a blue. Then we got Vivian Reed, 2 green and 3, 5 loyalty. +1, look at the top 4 of your library. You can reveal a creature or land and put it into your hand. The rest go to the bottom of the deck. -3, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. And -8, you get an emblem with creatures you control, get +2/+2, vigilance, trample, and indestructible. I have had that emblem. It is gratifying indeed. Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth. Legendary land. Each land is a forest in addition to its other land types. I mean, if there's stuff that cares about you having a lot of forests, not too shabby at all. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. A green and 2/2/4. You can play an extra land on each of your turns, and lands you control are every basic land type in addition to their other types. This feels like a good fit. Mirage Mirror. 3 cast artifact. Pay 2, it becomes a copy of target artifact, creature, enchantment, or land until end of turn. Very versatile. And the fact that it only lasts for a turn lets you keep swapping it into whatever's best for you. You can target your stuff, you can target your opponent's stuff. That feels pretty powerful. And I do like the whole, check it out, here you go, look at me, I'm an eternal in the mirror, right? It does actually feel like they weren't really going for a copy effect with this originally, because these are not the same. This guy would be this guy, but beefier. So this is the dude who's been turned into Eternal and repurposed artwork turned into something different. All right, we got Overflowing Basin. 1 tap, add a green or a blue. Oh, these are like the Odyssey lands, but all the other cycle. The Green-Blue Temple. Chromatic Lantern, 3 cost artifact. Lands you control, tap for a mana of any color, and this taps for a mana of any color. Oh, Oblivion Stone, yeah! 3 cost artifact, 4 and tap it, put a fate counter on target permanent, 5 tap, sack the Oblivion Stone, destroy every non-land permanent that doesn't have a fate counter. This is a great board wipe that you like. I loved Nevinyrral's Disc back in the day. 4 to put out, 1 and tap it, it destroys all artifacts, creatures, and enchantments, right? Because it existed before Planeswalkers. So you'd put that out, leave it on the board, and then wait until the time was right. Things are going bad for you, and just board wipe. Or if things were already going bad for you, you'd get it out and immediately use it as fast as you could, even though it came into play tapped. With Oblivion Stone, you can put it out early and not worry about it. I'll just put fate counters on things. And even if they destroy your Oblivion Stone, if you play another Oblivion Stone, it still cares about the fate counters you put on your other stuff to protect it. So this is strong. This is a strong card. If you have Yavimaya and an Urborg out, can any land tap for green or black, or do both replacement effects cancel? I don't think it's a replacement effect. Hold on, let me look at the land. Each land is a forest in addition. So if you had this, and presuming that Urborg is worded exactly the same, which is very, very likely, it will say each land is a swamp in addition to its other land types. So you would have them all count as forests and swamps, and they would be able to tap for green and black. Scoot Swarm. I love Scoot Swarm. This thing's so dumb. 1 green and 2, 1/1. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, make a 1/1 green insect. But if you have 6 or more lands, make a copy of this guy instead. It gets so dumb so fast. It really is a crazy swarm. This card actually broke Arena. Ulvenwald Hydra, 2 green and 4. Reach. Power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. When it enters the battlefield, you can search your library for a land, put it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. That doesn't feel too bad at all. This deck has a high land focus, and this can tutor up any land you want and get it straight out. Evacuation, 2 blue and 3 instant. Bounce all creatures to their owner's hand. Pretty straightforward. Not a terrible effect. Replication technique. A blue and 4 sorcery. I hate demonstrate. When you cast a spell, you can copy it. If you do, choose an opponent to also copy it. No thank you. Create a token that's a copy of target permanent you control. I suppose, you know what, if you have perfect information for this one. So you can see if your opponent has any permanents that would be a big problem for you if they get copied. And in a 4-player game, you can pick the person who has the worst board state. So this I might actually end up demonstrating. This artwork is dumb. She looks fucking stupid. This guy's doing some kind of goofbag smug dance. It doesn't look to me like he's copying the spell, right? It's just like dumb looking. Finale of Revelation. 2 blue and X. Draw X cards. If X is 10 or more, instead shuffle your graveyard into your library. Draw X cards. Untap up to 5 lands. And you have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. And then you exile it. Pretty nutty. Pretty nutty. Nishimoto, would a Blood Moon cancel out the commander effect with lands that have everything tokens on them? That's a good question. It might come down to a timestamp order depending on which order the permanents were actually put out. I don't know the answer to that one off the top of my head because that's a little more complex. So that's the kind of ruling that if I was asked it during an event, I'd be like, okay, hold on. I need to go and double check a few things before I actually said how it works. All right, Mana Reflection, 2 green and 4. If you tap a permanent for mana, it produces twice as much of that mana instead. And enchantment just doubles mana from everything. This is awesome. And the artwork for this is fantastic too. You got this little lotus flower down here. You've got the tree roots that are reaching down towards it. This little grassy moss clump with the tree growing up out of it. The whole symmetrical nature of it. This is a satisfying piece of artwork. I like it. I will say that I don't particularly care for the modern hairstyle that they've given her with the shaved head side. I think that's a bad look on anybody, but I especially think it looks dumb on ladies. So for me, this is a fucking weak hairstyle choice. But other than that, gorgeous looking card. Oh, Euro Titan of Nature's Wrath. This card's so busted, bro. A blue, green, and 1, 6/6. When he enters the battlefield, sack him unless he escaped. When he enters the battlefield or attacks, you gain 3 life, draw a card, and then you can put a land from your hand onto the battlefield. Not even a basic, any land. He escapes for 2 green and 2. Exile 5 other cards from your graveyard. So strong. So strong. This guy caused some serious problems. Nishimoto, Llanowar Elves, OG had shaved heads. Did they? I remember they had some ugly artwork. Well, you know what, man? I'll give you that. If this is hearkening back to and inspired by original Magic artwork, fine. Then don't consider a modern haircut. I still think it looks fucking stupid. I think the original Llanowar Elves look kind of fucking dumb too. So there is that. All right, we got Curse of the Swine. 2 blue and X, exile X target creatures. For each creature exiled this way, its controller creates a 2/2 boar. This is something you do not see in blue very frequently at all. The ability to straight up get rid of a creature. It's we had cards that would turn creatures into sheep and stuff, but it's very rare for blue to permanently get rid of a creature. But also transmogrifying and or polymorphing a creature from one type into another does fit into blue's nature, right? All right, then we got Vesuva. You may have Vesuva enter the battlefield tapped as a copy of any land on the battlefield. This is great. First of all, the way it ties in flavorfully, and secondly, the power level. All right, we got Dark Depths. It enters the battlefield with 10 ice counters on it. Pay 3, remove an ice counter from it. And when it has no ice counters on it, sack it and make a 20/20 Merit Lage. Oh, did they put a Merit Lage token in here? Thespian Stage. Tap for colors. 2 and tap. It becomes a copy of target land, except it has this ability. It's neat because it doesn't just become a copy for one turn. It stays as a copy and then turns into other things if you want it to. Avenger Zendikar. 2 green and 5. 5/5. When it enters battlefield, make a number of 0/1s equal to the lands that you have out and their plants. And whenever you put a land out, you put a +1/+1 on each plant creature you control. So this makes a bunch of 0/1s. You immediately play a land. Now they're 1/2s. Play another land, they're 2/3s. It gets out of hand really fast. Seer Sundial. 4-cost artifact. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you can pay 2 mana to draw a card. This could do a lot of work in this deck, actually. Hey, Rampaging Balos! 2 green and 4, 6/6 trample. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you can make a 4/4 beast if you want. That's great. Expedition Map. 1 cost artifact. 2 tap, sack it. Search your library for a land, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Great way to get whatever specific item you need land-wise. Then we got Hidden Cataract. Enters the battlefield tapped. It's a cave. Taps for a blue. Pay 5 and sack it to discover 4. Okay. The Lost Caverns of Ixalan land. Hidden Nursery is the same thing, but for green. Then we got Volatile Fault. Tap for a colorless. 1 tap, sack it. Destroy target non-basic land an opponent controls. They can search your library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield, and shuffle, and you create a treasure token. Growth Spiral. Oh, so gorgeous. 1 green and 1 blue instant. Draw a card. You can put a land from your hand onto the battlefield. Classic Seb McKinnon artwork. It's sad that Wizards of the Coast doesn't work with him anymore because he makes really great stuff. Shelton, it's nice of Wizards to put the Dark Depths and Stage combo in the deck. Oh yeah, that's true. Not just the Stage though, right? Oh wait, no, because Vesuva, if you make a copy of it, it'll come into play. It enters as a copy. So it would come in with 10 counters. So you're right. Yeah, I guess it would just be you copy Dark Depths with the Stage. Oh, look, it has 0 counters and sacrifice it right away. Elvish Rejuvenator. This guy's garbage by today's standards. I remember playing with him. 1 green and 2, 1/1. When he is on the battlefield, look at the top 5 of your deck, put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tapped, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Pretty underwhelming for 3 mana. Urban Evolution. Blue, green, and 3. Sorcery. Draw 3, and you can play an extra land this turn. Not too shabby. Barrett, why is Seb not around anymore? Back a few years ago, there was some political stuff going on, and Wizards got uppity about it, so they were just like, we're cutting ties. All right, we got Harmonize. 2 green and 2 sorcery. Draw 3 cards. I remember when this was a big deal. Now it's just kind of whatever. Okay, and then we got some land action. I'm guessing we got Thornwood Falls, Cloud Post. So this one gives you a colorless for each locus on the battlefield. And there's at least 1 more locus in this deck, plus other cards that count as locuses. Sylvan Scrying. 1 green and 1 sorcery. Search your library for a land. Reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. Not too bad. Acidic Slime. 2 green and 3, 2/2 Death Touch. When it enters the battlefield, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or land. This thing's great. Pongify. 1 blue instant. Destroy target creature. It can't be regenerated. Its controller creates a 3/3 green ape. This card actually came out in the Planar Chaos set. So they were like, we're going to do stuff blue wouldn't normally be able to do. And that's how this was created. I do love the whole, he has been turned to Simeon. And he's just like, I don't need this gear anymore, bro. Inferno, that's right. Omo does turn your lands into locuses. Correct. All right, we got Lush Oasis for doing some criming. Skullwinder. A green and 2, 1/3 Death Touch. When it enters battlefield, return target card from a graveyard to your hand. Then choose an opponent. That player returns a card from their graveyard to their hand. No. All right. Desert of the Mindful. Command Tower. Poison Dart Frog. Look how cute he is. A green and 1, 1/1 reach. Tapped, add a mana of any color. 2, he gains Death Touch till end of turn. Put him in your mouth! Put him in your mouth and suck him! I swear you won't die. Alright, we got another locus in the form of Glimmer Post. When it enters the battlefield, you gain a life for each locus on the battlefield. Eureka moment. Get out of here, Zimone. I hate you. A blue, green, and 2 instant. Draw 2 cards. You can put a land from your hand onto the battlefield. Ugh. Quandrix Campus. Oh, you're a wizard, Ari. And then we got some basic land. Oh, that's nice looking. Some basic land action. And then we got a hard Omo. Man, guys, we've opened so many Commander decks that I have a fat stack. I have a fat stack of the hardness, bro. Like, look at how many hard boys I have. Look at how many hard boys. Look at how many hard boys I have. So many. Oh, they do include the Merit Lage token. That's dope. That is fantastic. All right. 2020. Flying Indestructible. Conceptually, awesome. I mean, obviously they ran into real problems with people cheesebagging this guy out. I think the first iteration of that was the, what's it called? 2 black vampire hex mage. Right? From the original Zendikar. It's like sack it, remove all the counters from something. And you go, bam! There you go. Yeah. And Dark Depths was... They've reprinted it so many times. Cold Snap. Bam. So yeah, it's a sweet include. All right. And then we got... Oh, yeah. Sand Warrior tokens. These can be used with Hazes on as well. All right. We got 3/3/8 for Pongify. 0/1 plant. We got a Forest Dryad. Very nice. And a Boar token. We got a Beast and a Cappy. We got a Beast and an Insect. What the hell is this? What makes this? What the hell did we see that makes a 1/1 like this, bro? All right, we got a 2/2 zombie, 3/3 elephant. What does make that 1/1? We got the Hydra token. It's pretty sweet that they include all these tokens for the Commander decks, bro. For real. That's pretty fucking dope. You know? Chasing down the tokens through packs can be a bitch. And, okay, we got the emblem as well. Sweet. Very nice. Very nice. Doomblade Primal Amulet makes things enter untapped so you can do stuff instantly. Yep, that would definitely be a good upgrade for this deck, bro. 100%. Nishimo, do you think the frog is legit mana ramp? Teferi, how many hard boys? That's a good question. I'm going to guess off the top of my head 20. I don't know 100% because these, you know, they're way thicker than regular Magic cards, so feeling the stack, it feels more like more than 20. But let's see. $21. I was close, bro. I was close. Indeed. Indeed. So, that means we have... Where is it? Wait, where'd it go? Where's the bonus pack? The envelope's empty. Shit, where'd I put it? Those booster packs are like super thin too. Where did it go? Here's the deck box. I didn't throw it out accidentally, right? Nope. Okay. All right. Where did it go? Huh. It's on the floor, and I think I just rolled over to my fucking computer chair. Oh my god. Oh my god. It fell on the floor and I rolled over it. I fucking rolled over it with the wheel, bro. Nishimoto! Board. You got it, bro. You are Lord of the Board. Shelton. Scoot Swarm makes 1/1 insects. That's what I thought, but looking at that, that's not Scoot Swarm artwork, right? That's why. That doesn't look like a Scoot Swarm at all. It's like a random insect warrior, man. That doesn't make any sense. I rolled over that pack. bro. Habanero says, rolled over the pack with your chair? What are you, Wizards quality control? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right. Here we go. All right. Let's see what's inside this pack and hope that it didn't actually take much damage from getting rolled over. It makes insects before the 6 lands. No, listen. Okay, there's fucking confusion going on here. I'll just point out what I'm fucking trying to say here, all right? So that you understand, because it's really fucking straightforward. That is a 1/1 insect. Yes, that is a 1/1 insect. But fucking look at it. Look at it. What is it? It's a 3-legged, like, fucking insect man. It's an insect man. Okay? Like, clearly they had some other choice in mind for the deck, for that token. This is what a Scoot Swarm looks like. So, this should be... See how these bugs don't have fucking horns? These are the regular little 1/1ers, and this is the full-on. So they should have had one token that looked like this guy without the actual crazy boop, 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 and then one that did, basically. That's what they should have done. This doesn't match up with any card in this deck at all. The tokens are supposed to visually match, right? And most of the time, they do quite well. So this is most likely a case of they had a different card intended for the commander deck and at the last minute changed it into Scoot Swarm. But I don't have any real guesses off the top of my head. Like this guy makes dudes with like swords, and he's literally got a sword and armor. He did not come from this. You know what I mean? That's not what's going on. That's not what's going on. It doesn't look like a bug either, all pink and no chitting. Yeah, it like, is it supposed to be wearing something close to this thing's carapace? Because you're right, it's wearing armor. It's not insectile looking, really. It's more alien than anything, you know? More alien than anything. So that's the only one that really stands out as weird. And now that's enough time waiting before we get to the horror show of what's in this fucking pack, man. All right. It looks like a Nantuko. Yeah, you know what? I could see it being like Nantuko adjacent, right? That's a pretty good guess, actually. Okay. Let's see what we got. Voted most likely to bring back banding. I love banding back in the day. Okay, we got Roshin Roaring Prophet. A green, a red, and 2/4/4. When she enters the battlefield, mill 6 cards. You may put a card with X in its mana cost from among them into your hand. Reveal any number of cards with X in their mana cost in your hand. Add 2 colorless for each card revealed this way. Spend this mana only on costs that contain X. Whatever. It's a whatever card. You know what I mean? It's not super exciting. Joshua, is it bad that you're normally excited for 1, maybe 2 sets a year now? Nope. All right. And then we got a foil old bordered Grim Servant. 1 green and 3, 3/2 menace. When it enters the battlefield, search your library for a card with mana value less than or equal to your devotion to black. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. You lose 3 life. Kind of underwhelming, right? Well, it doesn't actually look like they took any damage from being rolled over. Well, actually, no, never mind. They did. Yep. Never mind. Oh, fuck. I dented both sides of that. Fuck me running. Oh, guys, I fucked both these cards up. Oh, my soul hurts. That sucks. That fucking sucks. What up, Lenda? How's it going, buddy? DB, how you doing, bro? Oh... I mean, I guess it could have been worse. It could have been something like baller in that pack. And then I go, I fucking ran over on my chair, son of a bitch. Shelton, nothing of value is lost. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I probably caused Nishimoto super chat is probably about the value of the damage that I did. Oh, man. I've been having a great weekend. I hope you guys have been. Because fucking yesterday was sweet with the Rib Fest action. Had a great time. Been having a pretty chill day today as well. Yesterday, I found a shiny American penny when I was out and about. A shiny American penny. And today, I found a shiny Canadian quarter. And I said to Carly, that's 25 times as much money. If I can just do this for the next 7 days in a row, and each day I find 25 times as much money as I found the day before, we're going to be rich as shit. McCracken, cue up hurt by Johnny Cash. Oh, I hurt myself today to lose value on my cardboard. I focus on the rectangles. They pringle really hard. That's so funny. Look, where's the pack? Where's the pack? Oh, there it is on the floor. I'm half tempted to go back to Ribfest tomorrow because it's it's like the long weekend, right? So Carly wants to have a big fat wheat oil omelet tomorrow. She's like, it's a long weekend. Let's do it up tomorrow. It's going to be fun. And it is. It's going to be a good time. I'm going to make it happen. I made some good oil. I wonder what that token was supposed to be, man. Oh, well. Wizards always pretends like things are the way they're supposed to be. Oh, oh no, that deck, that commander deck you got that's missing a card, it's just missing a basic land. Just put a basic land in there and you're good. Oh, but you put something in here that goes with Nissa. Nissa was never meant to be in the deck. Obviously it was Nissa, but no, it's a forest. If we tell you that, yeah, we accidentally left a fucking planeswalker out of your commander deck, you're going to expect us to replace it. So we'll just fucking lie to you because we're scumfuck dickheads. That's what we'll do. We made a product that's incomplete and we'll lie to you about it because that's better for our bottom line. That's it. That should be my new philosophy. From now on, I'm just going to lie for money. Nishimoto, you're looking very thin and handsome today. This is now I just gotta wait for the money to come in. I got the lying part down. I like the lies. The lies, they flow easy. Jess, you're a fucking smart guy. Nishimoto, you're a good looking guy. I can feel the lies burgeoning within me. I just have to figure out how to monetize them the same way that Wizards does. Sheldon, the card's value is a whole 50 cents, so I'm fine with running him over with my chair. Fair enough. Fair enough. I definitely didn't damage anything that actually fucking matters, right? So, Battlestar Galactica. We just started the second half of season 4. And, oh man, did they start off on the wrong foot, bro. We were talking about a stream or two ago about how they had just kind of flopped out the reveal of the final Cylon. They just, at the end, oh, okay, bye. And you're just like, oh, okay. And then they start back up. And they're like, we have to get every ship a Cylon warp jump drive. What? Yeah, we got to get every ship a Cylon warp jump drive now. Okay, what? Why? Listen, we got to get Cylon warp drives for everybody, but the Cylons are demanding that they get to be citizens if they do it. And it's like, there's no urgency here. What up, Thompson? How's it going? Like, it doesn't matter. They don't need these warp drives. Like, Carly was like, no, Carly said to me, she's like, well, they just said that they need to get them, in case the Cylons or whatever. And I said, there's no urgency to it whatsoever. These enemies that they're afraid of, that they need to be able to warp 3 times as far away from, are nowhere in sight. we don't even see them in the show. And like before it went like this: mankind versus unstoppable hordes of death machines. That's what it was. The Cylons were infinite. They could just regenerate, keep coming back, and we want to wipe out humanity. And at the very beginning, they wipe out 50 billion people or whatever, and there's 50,000 people left. And they literally have to jump every 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes, we got to jump, we got to jump, we got to jump, we got to jump for days on end to try and escape these Cylons and survive. And it's intense. It is rough. It's brutal. And then we flash to now where it's like, we need triple power warp drives. Why? Nobody's coming to get you. We've got to find a planet. Why? Nobody seems to care. You're not running out of food. There's nothing actually making it necessary for you to even find a planet, let alone find a planet at triple the speed. And so that's used as an argument for why they have to work with the Cylons. And you're just like, there is no urgency here. The show is desperately trying to make it feel like something urgent is happening, but it just feels dumb. And you're like, why is Adama pushing so hard for a triple warp drive when it doesn't mean anything? And it's like, we gotta fucking play hopscotch right now or the world's gonna die. And it's like, no, we have to play hopscotch now or you won't get a cookie. That's the level of stakes you're bringing to the table, because there's no danger to you at all. There's no danger anywhere to you guys at all. You feel very safe right now, and we can piss away 15 minutes of the episode with the president running around. I'm not going to take my cancer meds no more. I'm running real quick. Okay. I laugh every time I see her bald ass. And Carly's like, it's mean. I'm like, she looks goofy. I can't feel bad for her for having cancer because she's got a big stupid bald cap on. She's got a big old dumbass bald cap on, and it makes her head look fucking giant. It makes it look like she's developing psychic powers, right? And so it's just stupid. It's dumb. They're like, we as the military are going to force every ship to take silent jump drives. Why? Why? And it's like, well, so everybody can rise up against us because they're against the silence. Yes, and rightfully so. Why are you fucking elite dickheads just going, you all have to accept this, it's for the best? It's not though, you fucking pricks. We're actually on the side of the people who are against you. I'm literally against the majority of the main fucking characters because they're fucking clowns. When Gaeta goes, listen, you're an old man who just sent him out for his stupid robot buddies, he's right. He's right. You literally have a fucking Cylon, a fucking death machine, as the second most powerful person in the fucking military. And you're acting like it's nothing. And then anybody want to accept the Cylons got to answer to me. Fuck you, I'm on their side, bro. I'm on their side. Nishimoto, yeah, see, I don't think that it was that they were made to do more seasons because it was making too much money. I think what happened was it was interrupted by a writer's strike. And so they didn't intend to stop where they did. They intended to keep going, but they had to stop because of a writer's strike or something like that. So they just went, the fifth Cylon's Ellen, because like it was this huge buildup. The final 5 Cylons is this thing for multiple years of the show. Who's it going to be? And then they reveal 4 and they leave the last one. And you're like, who's the last one going to be? Is it going to be something crazy? Are they just going to try and mind blast you and go, wow, it's this person you weren't expecting? And then they were just like, it's this guy's wife. What? Yeah, you know his wife who fucking died like many, many episodes ago and doesn't really have that much of an impact on the show? Really? She's the one. Okay. And we're tacking on at the very end. Oh, okay. It really felt thrown out there. So it came across to me like they were scrambling to get it done in time. And then they were just like, we're going to say it so that people will know in case we don't even get to come back. And then they came back and maybe there was too much of a break or they had lost the flow or whatever. But it doesn't feel to me like the problem is like corporate mandated whatever. It just feels like they kind of lost their way. I'm hoping that it gets gets back on track, you know? Next level was roasting Battlestar Galactica, bro. Habanero says, it's funny how the moment you say, no, wait, listen, I know exactly where you stand on a topic. That's like when I told Carly I had a fucking fat dong. And she's like, oh, guys say that, blah, blah, blah. And I put down my drink and I said, listen. And then I launched into this whole big spiel about how dumb you have to be to tell a chick you have a fat dong when you have a little one. That's fucking stupid. You're setting yourself up for problems and failures. And I went on and on. And she's like, you didn't need to say any of that. As soon as you put down the cup and said, listen, I already believed you. It's such a stupid thing. I hooked up with a chick who I told her that, and she's just like she told me the story about how she hooked up with this fucking dude who was so small that he made jokes about it before. He kept like, she thought they were jokes when he talked about how small his dong was, and then they hooked up, and she was like, now I can't complain or anything because he told me, and I thought it was jokes, and I just laughed. So Gianna says his dong might not be long, but it sure is slender. Like a fucking spaghetti noodle, bro. Oh, man. Was there something else? I don't know. Yeah, with the Battlestar Galactica stuff. Oh, I remember now. So they have the whole uprising, and then we show the end at the end of the episode. You've got Admiral Adama and Ty, his second in command, standing there, ready to hold off the enemy. We're gonna hold you guys off while the president gets away on her ship. And you're just like, this is dumb. And he's like, it was a pleasure serving with you. Yeah, because you're both going to die here, or either of you are. Fuck you. And then he's just like, I'm going to sit down. What a cool standoff you're having. A sad old man sits down with his automatic weapon. Okay. And then right before the episode ends, they lob a grenade into the dock where they are. And it just goes kablow. And my brain went, nothing's really going to happen to these guys. Is it? Is it? They're like, be excited for the next one. And I'm like, I've been excited about a bunch of next episode of Battlestar Galactica. I never thought, if you took me back a season and said, they're literally going to have this crazy standoff where Adama and Ty are standing there with these weapons and all this craziness, and they whip a grenade in, and to be continued. And I'm just like, the way you started this episode and what you think is acceptable for initiating all of this is so underwhelming that I no longer trust that you're actually going to deliver something meaningful in the next episode. So I'm still very much going to watch it all. And I still very much like the show. But I feel like it's going to limp to the finish now. You know what I mean? That's really what it feels like. So after I finished watching it, I'm going to go ahead and check out the old Battlestar Galactica. I don't really plan to watch the whole thing, but I want to take a look at it because I've heard it's terrible and campy and dumb. And I'm genuinely very, very impressed by Battlestar Galactica. I really am. I'm disappointed by what happened with the last episode, but overall, it has been a very solid show. Not every episode is banger, but overall, it's been a very solid and engaging show with enjoyable storylines. Habanero, yeah, bro, exactly. You got a fat dong, and then you got to worry about it slapping down onto the edge of the bowl. It's not fair. It's not fair. I don't want my fucking tip dipping down into the water, man. Not when I'm sitting on the toilet, because I'm there for business, son. So, yeah. You don't want no dirty water on it, bro. Lender, you met a girl online. That's a Cylon. That is a Cylon or a dude. So good instincts. You're like, we've been talking. Might be a man. I lived in a building where there was a very not smart dude living there. He was not a smart man. He was so dumb that he actually had the legal ability to get out of contracts that he had signed. Like, that's how it works. He was able to get out of... He's like, somebody came door to door signing up for electricity contracts, and he was literally able to get out of it because he's fucking mentally deficient. So he was just able to go, and they just had to fucking let him out. You know, it's just like, sorry, I'm basically like mentally disabled, and you got to let me out of this. And they just had to legally. So that guy, he met a lady online. Like, he showed me the picture of her, and immediately I was just like, oh no, bro, this chick is way too hot for you. Like, way too hot. This is a hot chick. There's no way on earth she'd have anything to do with you. But you're not smart enough to understand that at all. At all. And I can't crush your spirit right now and go, there's no way on earth anybody like that would be interested in you. So she started trying to scam him hardcore. I want to come to see you, but my family won't let me come and see you unless you buy them a cow. Right? Like, just trying to get money out of them. And it's like, bro, no. Bro, no. Stop. Juggle them. If cylinders were really smart, they'd have looked like chicks and made outfits. Well, the blondes. Did you see the blonde chick, bro? Colons. Yeah. Juggle, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know what's going on with your autocorrect. What up, Crispy? It's Mr. Soup Can. It's 2 Liter Jimmy. Val. Oh, there you go. Does she have a good sense of humor? You got to get real specific now, because AI, you can't even just be like, put on a video, you balancing a banana on your nose. You're going to have to be like, write the first fucking 6 lines of the Phantom of the Opera on a banana, spin it around in the air while fucking, I don't know, farting a tune. You're just going to get an AI video, man. Larry, yeah, exactly. If women start asking for money or gift cards online, it's like, no. Here's the golden rule when it comes to ladies, guys. Here's the golden rule. You don't fucking buy them food. You don't buy them any presents, any of it, until they've touched your junk. That's it. Like, maybe if you're an old school gentleman and you want to pay for the original meal when you go on a date, cool. But like, for real. If she ain't touching the junk, you ain't spending a bit of your chunk. You know what I mean? That's it. It's like it's that line from that Childish Gambino song. He's like, but if we fucking, I'll pay for all the food on the earth, man. You know, like, that's it. That's how it's been for me. I'm not going to give you gifts to try and get you to like me. None of that. But once you touch my dong, all right, here you go. You can have a sandwich. Val says if they're funny, it's a guy. Watch out. Oh, watch out. I can only go on a date with you if you have Apple gift cards. I'm only, my family is traditional. I need a dowry of 500 Google dollars before I'm allowed to spread my butt cheeks in marriage to you. Oh, man. But yeah, watch out for scammers, guys. Don't get scammed. There's a lot of scams out there. This is a scam. I'm a catfish. I'm actually a hot chick right now who puts on an average-looking guy filter because I'm tired of people always hitting on me and beating off to me. So now I only have to deal with a few people beating off to me, because there are definitely some weirdos on the internet, but it's far reduced. I'm actually a smoking hot, racked out chick, and this is just a really good filter and a great voice modifier. Google them nuts, habanero. Crispy, gotta pay for the pack somehow. I pay for my booster packs with kisses down at the LGS. Larry, you don't... Here, let me be very clear. You don't owe them a dime even when they do touch the junk, right? It's just like, I'm not going out and like paying for meals for some chick who's like, guys, take me out for a meal and I'm just going to use this for a meal. It's like, nah, I ain't giving you shit if I don't feel like you're genuinely interested in me. That's it. That's it. If I like you, I'm interested in you, you're interested in me, then I'll share what I have happily. Happily. More than happily. But before that point, get fuck. Bitch, you're going to ask me to help you pay your rent. Are you out of your mind? I don't live with you or anything. We have done virtually nothing together. And you're asking me to help pay your rent. No, I don't want any of this. You are a fucking train wreck. And I am getting the hell out of here. You know? Although I got a good sense. I don't waste any time with ladies who are clearly, it's like, yo, if it doesn't seem like you're interested, cool. You don't need to be. There's fucking tons of people out there. I don't want to waste your time, honey. I've got a very fun personality. And there are tons of women who would enjoy hanging out with me. So if you ain't interested, cool. Let's have a good time. We can be friends, whatever it is. I'm cool with having a billion friends. I don't give a fuck. But I ain't wasting my time on anything that doesn't seem like it's going to go somewhere. You know? Larry, yeah, I don't want her to use you as a taxi, bro. Crispy, yeah, if somebody's going to hassle you, like if you just meet somebody and they start having problems with your hobbies and shit, if they're teasing you in a playful way, that's one thing. But if they're straight up like, yo, I don't like that you do this. Okay? Who the fuck do you think you are? This is wild behavior. I've dealt with some weirdos. Just like, nah. I cut that off quick, though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't let things progress very far at all if there's no potential. Sorry, you're fucking not my style. Hope you have a good time out there. Habanero basic coffee dates. That works. That works. Doomblade Taco Bell. Well, I mean, you know what? You know what you're doing. You go to Taco Bell because you're like, if she will like put Taco Bell in her mouth, she has the lowest standards on earth. You know what I mean? She doesn't care about, like, if a chick will let you take her to Taco Bell, she hates herself. And women who hate themselves will do anything you want for a modicum of approval. So just for a moment, they feel like they have worth. So I do understand, Doomblade, what your relationship is based on. And my advice to you is never let your woman get any kind of respect for herself because she will leave you. You're not good enough. We both know it. You know what I mean? Like, you know it deep down. You know you're not good enough. So enjoy it while you can. It's the best you're ever going to get. It's going to be all fucking downhill from here. And honestly, it's what you deserve because you're a low effort dumb fuck. What up, lasagna? We're talking about women who will never be with you, otherwise known as every woman on the planet. Crispy, that's how it works, man. The new cards they make are busted to the point where you can't ignore them. The power creep is insane. So a lot of your old stuff is just going to be, I'm garbage, get the new crap. That's the name of the game. Power creep for Commander. Hardcore. Hardcore. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. Look at the new Infinity Stone. Look at the new Infinity Stone that they just released. It's so stupid. Hi, I'm a 2-cost indestructible mana rock that you can just sack a token creature to. And look, now you can res a creature every single turn for free. It's like, okay. All right. So every mono black or splash black or whatever commander deck is going to want it. It's going to want it. Yeah. So the more they do that, the more they make all these auto includes. Oh, hey, what colors are you playing? Well, make sure you have the Infinity Stone of each of those colors for your decks because they all have insane abilities. So if you're playing a 3-color deck, guess what? 3 Infinity Stones will take up 3 slots in each one of those decks. Tech, yeah, a bunch of those. A bunch. There will be a bunch of those turning into like Magic cards for sure. For sure. They already did a Nerf crossover with the Nerf Lightning, like the Lightning Blaster, which shoots 3 darts very crappily. I know that for a fact. G.I. Joe, all that kind of stuff. I mean, there already are Transformers cards. So they're definitely going to milk more of the IPs that they already have access to. There's no question. Lasagna, you saw the Soul Stone and thought it was fan made? Nope. It's fanatic made. It is busted nonsense craziness. And we're just getting more of that. And then, once that's settled into your deck, how do they shift that out? What do they have to make that's powerful enough to start shifting those slots? Right? That's how it goes. A Knight Rider? Yo, that'd be cool. Make a Knight Rider secret lair. I remember watching that show. I like Knight Rider. Man, it's so crazy to me that the power level has gotten this bonkers. And like a year or two from now, it'll be even more amped up. They're not dialing it back. They used to. They used to try and keep some kind of balance when they cared about standard being a balanced format. And now it's just like, how many things can we milk here? And I love the argument like, hey man, like people say we're trying to get new people in because of Universe Beyond. But like, that's not true. That's like, that happens. And sure, we like those people coming in. But actually, the people who buy the most Universe Beyond are lapsed Magic players. And it's like, so you're trying to make me excited about the fact that you're not making stuff that actually like these old players enjoyed and would want. You're just desperately grabbing an IP, hoping that new people will come in. You can't really manage to get new people. All you can try and do is get people who've already played to come back for a bid. And that's your plan for the future. Well, we're not doing that great a job of bringing in new people. And like, there's this point of data that, is it actually a point of data? It's just an assumption that I make. But I think a big reason that the Universe Beyond stuff works so good is Magic's just like super, super hard to learn. And Universe Beyond makes people stick in long enough to learn. And I don't have any data to back that up, but it sure sounds good when I say it, doesn't it? Doesn't it? So, you know, you say Universe Beyond is to bring in new people, but it's not doing a good enough job of bringing new people. It actually brings back more lapsed players. So that's proof that, like, we're making it with the health of the game in mind. Because, like, people who played before are coming back temporarily for this, like, one thing. And so that shows we're doing a great job. You know, the logic behind it is wonky as hell. Wonky as hell. Doomblade, they made an Infinity. Yeah, there's going to be 6. There's going to be an Infinity Stone for every color, and then either one that taps for a mana of any color, or they'll make one that taps for a colorless for the Eldrazi and colorless players. There's going to be 6 Infinity Stones. They're all going to be busted, must-have chase cards, and they'll all come in different products. Lightwave, you got a laminator. What are you, laminating Magic cards? I almost laminated my Library of Alexandria back in the day. Yeah, my girl. Yeah, well, that's what they'll never have to ban another card. They'll never have to ban another card in Commander when they just go, it's a game changer, bro. It's a game changer. Game changer, game changer, game changer. That's the whole point of the game changer list, is to go, we're pretty much still abdicating responsibility. You guys have to have the discussions ahead of time. But now we don't have to manage a ban list at all. It's just game changers. Go fuck yourself. Aaron, you won Spider-Man. Oh, you won the welcome decks? Cool, man. JH, you wouldn't mind more juice for your Yule Elect deck? Yeah, see, there you go. Get yourself a colorless Infinity Stone and go ham. Habanero, you glad you capped your cube power level? Yeah, it's funny that Tarmogoyf has been so downgraded overall that he's just a token that other cards make now. Lasagna, you sold $20 worth of cards, only like 3,000 more. Bro, that's a nice chunk of money. Get that cash, son. Techno, yep. Oberoid is some silly fun, man. Boost up all your guys. Doomblade, Mightstone, and Weakstone are shit compared to the Infinity Stones. They're dumb and powerful, and people love busted nonsense. People want the most powerful crap they can get their hands on. So the stuff is going to sell. Like, people want it. Wizards is lucky they put that Infinity Stone into that god-awful Spider-Man set, because that'll give some people, like, they're going to do it. That's going to be the serialized card, most likely, is the serialized Infinity Stones, right? Are they going to do multiple variations? Are they going to do a series of 500 and a 1-in-1? A 1-on-1? Are they going to do just 10 of them? I'm curious to see. Lightwave, you have too many cards, like 20,000. Rookie numbers. 20,000 cards is a lot. Fuck off. Call me when your fucking closet is stacked to the top with 5-row big fat white boxes that are bowing out at the bottom because of the burden of cardboard that they have in them. So yeah, they're going to make 6 Infinity Stones, and I very much expect that there'll be an Infinity Gauntlet as well, right? The Gauntlet. And then they'll all have infinity abilities. So they're all going to have the infinity subtype. I'm curious to see how bonkers these other stones are going to be. But yeah, that's the recipe. Random AI, not AI, what the hell am I talking about? Random IP. Random IP soup. With crazy amounts of power creep jammed into it. Did I talk about how they did Infinity and Stone as separate types? No, I don't believe I brought that up. But they are separate types. And they're not going to go back and like retroactively make things stones, because Wizards hates making things consistent. I mean, look at the companion app. The companion app is buggy nonsense where if you actually look up rulings on cards, it gives you the wrong rulings, doesn't have all the information. Wizards of the Coast is a fucking embarrassment. They are a fucking embarrassment when it comes to shit like this. They're cranking out a bunch of garbage, and they're like, hey, come and get involved in all our stuff. We will do the bare minimum. We will fucking underpay everybody we can and keep things chronically understaffed. And that's why we'll have 6 hours of downtime on the release of Edge of Eternities. Because, oops, we broke Arena. And all of our fucking programs are pure fucking trash. Wizards Event Reporter was nightmarishly bad. The new thing they replaced it with, not much better. Larry, isn't it annoying when you want to buy something and you're like, why can't I just place the order? What the hell's going on here? Crispy, don't worry, man. Just wait. Final Fantasy is going to be abundant as fuck. Don't let the hype fuck you up. Don't let the fact that you can't find it right now fuck you up. Wizards of the Coast is going to be printing it for the next 2 fucking years. They ordered 4 more waves of it. Bare minimum. It is going to be one of the most printed sets in Magic's history, if not the most printed set. So, ultimately, you just got to have a little bit of patience, and you'll be able to get it. No problem. No problem. So don't worry about that. You'll have years. For the next 2 years, Wizards is printing this shit multiple times. Other sets have been sacrificed on the altar and have less of their shit printed so that more Final Fantasy can be made. Lightwave, you got the Final Fantasy Costco bundles. Oh, good for you, man. They were a good deal. I would have liked to have been able to get them to get the 2 Final Fantasy Commander decks I don't have. JJ, what's up, buddy? Thanks, man. Glad you like it. Do I think the precons will come down in price? I mean, I don't know. The Costco stuff got taken and scalped pretty fucking hard, pretty fucking fast. I don't know. I don't know if the Commander decks will become cheaper, but I expect them to be available. So, given enough time, you could expect them to trend back down towards MSRP, most likely, but at the same time, Final Fantasy is a weird beast that has created a ravenous frenzy. But the Lord of the Rings stuff had a proper level of supply, and the Final Fantasy stuff doesn't as much because Wizards is more scattered and doing a million more things than they were. So it's not. I can't say with any kind of concreteness, you know. Doomblade, see, that's the question though. Is it actually smarter to make a one-of-one serialized or not? Right? Because you can look at the Lord of the Rings and go, well, that one ring created a bunch of buzz, but how much money did Wizards make from that buzz, right? Like, somebody got to get the one ring and sell it to Post Malone for a whole bunch of money. And that created a big buzz moment. But once that was done, chasing after collector boosters, what are you chasing, really? Are people chasing the Elven Rings? Are people chasing the Dwarven Rings? Not so much, right? Elven Rings, Dwarven Rings, you could go, oh, look, I got an Elven Ring. It's worth a couple of G's. The serialized chocobos from Final Fantasy, they did 77 of them, right? And some of them have already sold for $150,000. So the question is, what's more enticing? A lottery where 77 people can win pretty fucking big? Or a lottery where just one person can win massive, mega huge? And I don't know what the answer to that is. Would the equation look different if the one ring hadn't been cracked as quickly as it had and showed up in a pack so quickly? Like, it's hard to tell exactly where you want a serialized one-of-one to appear in terms of a product, because from Wizards' perspective, you know, once you've sold all the shit to the distributors and stuff, all the product's out of your fucking hands. Who cares, right? So it's hard to actually know what the right amount of serialization is. I know that the way they were doing it originally, like with Brothers War, where they picked, we're going to do every old bordered artifact in a serialized 500 where we just lazily stamp the number on it and there's nothing special about these cards. That was terrible. So the serializations of 500 didn't even work out when the cards were given their own special new treatment overall. So I expect that, I'm guessing, they're probably not just going to do a one-of-one for each Infinity Stone. Maybe 10 of them, or maybe they'll do a one-of-one and then an actual other parallel series with a lot more of them, you know? What up, Moogle? How you doogle? Larry, I know, right? It's nutty that, like, the one ring was cracked in our part of the world. I found that to be surprising. Crispy, yeah, man. Green Sun Zenith is an awesome card. Tutoring up big fat green cards is fun. I'm down with that. I am definitely down with that. Oh, man. Yeah, Magic has changed so much. It's changed so much over the years. Oh, JH, you didn't get the memo, bro. Wizards no longer says we don't pay attention to the secondary market at all. They actively acknowledge that they have been. Whatever happened internally where their lawyers just said, who gives a fuck? Like, before they were, we don't pay attention to the secondary market. That's not their corporate line anymore. They actively pay attention to the secondary market. And that's why you get answers like when people ask Rosewater, hey, why is Imperial Recruiter Mythic in this set? And Rosewater just responded, scarcity. That's it. That's it. They also, even more so, you want to take it a step further. Rosewater started talking about expected dollar value to rare ratios and booster packs, and also said that they won't put expensive cards from the secondary market into low-cost products. So when it comes to reprints and high-quality reprints, the set it's in has to be 2 to 3 times the price of a regular set. There's none of this, we're not looking. Now they're like this. We're not looking at anything else, right? It went from we're not looking to we're not looking at anything else. That's it, bitch. Give me your money and go fuck yourself. That's Wizards. They don't care. Hey, are your cards beat up and shitty edged and they got roller lines on them? Go fuck yourself. Buy the next product, asshole. Pay $1,000 for a box of Spider-Man collector boosters, you chud dumb fuck idiot, so that you can chase after an Infinity Stone that'll have beat up edges, fucking roller lines on it, will be misaligned, the stamp will be off fucking kilter, the card will be fucking curled in half, and you're supposed to be excited about it. What a fucking travesty. What up? What up? Chupa chup. So yeah, it's just a big old fucking greed machine now, man. 100%. 100%. Didn't get a single ancient tomb and 4 collector and 2 play boosters. Well, you know they track print as well, right? There's a mathematical formula that they use to ensure that the worse rares show up more frequently than the good rares. They know what people want the most, and they intentionally print fewer of those so that you, under the delusion of any card that has a rare symbol has an equal chance of showing up. Wrong, fuckface! And guess what? They don't just do it with the rares and mythic rares. They did it with the fucking commons and uncommons too, bro. That's why you end up with crazy boxes where it's like, hey, remember that crazy white uncommon prismatic, that one that smokes permanence? It's prismatic something. And it was an uncommon in a Modern Horizon set. And there were boxes where you would just get tons of that particular uncommon because they fucked up the collation. They were supposed to show up at most one a box. You ever notice how you buy a box and like, wow, I got all these different uncommons. 3, 4 of them, but only 1 fatal push. Huh. It's weird how the uncommons that are as powerful as rares and are actually the cards you would use in Constructed. It's crazy how they show up way less frequently with incredible regularity. It's almost like it's stacked against you. Maxwell, yeah, the quality assurance is nightmarishly bad. They just don't give a fuck. They just don't give a fuck. Shelton, you're still waiting for your foil cards to curl in on themselves as soon as you open them so you can spend your money on an empty pack that had cards in them? Oh, do you mean like you open the pack and the cards curl in on themselves to the point where they just disappear into a singularity? They pringle so hard. Where'd the cards go? And Wizards is like, those are designed to spec. So thanks for your purchase. So yeah, Magic is a rigged casino designed to fuck you, and they hope that you'll think of the cards like they hope when you crack a card and you go, wow, look at this, $100 in the secondary market. I just got $100. No, you didn't. Can you find someone to buy it off you for $100? First of all, straight up. Secondly, what about shipping? What about getting it to them? All that kind of stuff, right? There's multiple layers to it, right? Selling that card also counts as income. You got another layer there. So the whole like, I spent $200 but got $300. No. You spent $200 and you got a box worth of cards that you currently believe the illusion of being worth $300. But they're not. Market prices fluctuate. You got to find a buyer. These cards can be fucking damaged. Any of them could be outmoded in a moment or reprinted. There's like, it's such an insane mentality to think that you're cracking money. Unless you get that money, no, you didn't. You're not ahead $100. You're down. If you spend $200 for a box and you think you got $300 worth of cards and you think you're ahead $100, no, you're actually down $200. That's how that works. You don't have that $200 to buy fucking groceries, to pay your rent, to pay a hooker, anything at all. So that's it, JH. Thanks for your purchase. Go fuck yourself. Moogle, you wonder when we're going to get Pringles in Universe Beyond? Well, I got my Pringles back there hanging out with Bolus. Just peeking out from the top. Peeking on out like a Pikachu. Thanks for coming and hanging out, my friends. It has been a very enjoyable chill stream. So, you guys have a good one, and I will see you again for the next stream. But for now, into the waters I go.